Hello, everybody. My name is Gary Schwartz, and this is the Gary Schwartz Curated team, although I'd like to call it the Gary Schwartz, Viola Spolin via Gary Schwartz Curated team, because my background is teaching Viola Spolin's theater games. And I've been working with this group for over the weekend, and we've had 3 really fun sessions. So let me just introduce everybody. You're also seeing this show in a new platform called Vidprov. And the nice thing about Vidprov is we all on our, instead of Zoom, we all see the same configuration. So right there next to me is Linda Ray, and right next to Linda is Jim. And then there's Jaclyn, Bob, who's below me, so that you can see that we're all there. And then over there is Rima, and next to her is Peg and Don. Okay, so that's the nice thing. We all see each other in the same space, and so we can share things. If we create an object, I can hand it over to Linda. Hi, Linda. Take this, Linda.
Hey, Jim.
There we go. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you go.
Got it.
I love this space you just gave me.
Hey, Don.
Well, thank you, man. Pretty awesome. I got
Okay. If everybody's
hey, Jeff, you want 2 things? Here you go. You can have.
there we
2
go.
things.
All right. So we're going to start our little demonstration. The way Viola's games work is it's all about not knowing and discovering as we go along. Now, I am going to actually send myself out of the room for a second, probably 30 seconds at least. And they have written down an adverb, and they're going to show you, the audience, the adverb. I will not be able to see the adverb because I will be away. And when I come back, I am going to be asking them to act out an activity or an object in the manner of the adverb, and the game is called In the Manner of the Adverb. So here I go. I'm going to send myself away in a breakout room all by myself, and I will go to breakout room number 1, and I am going to be gone for 30 seconds. Oh, wait a minute. Now you're just seeing me, not them. That's not right. Hold on. That's not going to work, everybody. So I am going to just turn my back so I can't see the screen.
We're good. We're
Already
good.
did it.
We already shared.
I know, but you know what? The audience only saw me in my breakout room and not you guys. So with my back to you,
Oh, gosh.
show them the word. I'm not looking.
Okay.
One more time. Got it?
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, hide the word.
Hidden.
Okay, now I come back. We should have thought of that in the beginning. Now what my job is going to be is I'm going to be asking each one of them to perform an action in the manner of that adverb, and my job is to try to guess what the adverb is. So I am going to start with Bob. Bob, I would like you to put a dress shirt on and tie your tie in the manner of the adverb. Determinedly.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Let's go to Linda. Seems like a game show. That's one down for Gary, and now over to Linda. Linda, I would like you to apply makeup in the manner of the adverb. Furiously. Furiously. No, not furiously.
No.
Okay. Rima, I would like you to groom a small poodle in the manner of the adverb. Angrily.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. My goodness. Not Jim.
I hate that dog.
Jim,
Yes.
I would like you to put candles on a birthday cake in the manner of the adverb. Spitefully. No. Peg.
Yes.
I would like you to compose a poem in your journal in the manner of the adverb. Determinedly, spitefully. Write another poem. Deliberately.
Nope.
No. Jaclyn. Water your garden in the manner of the adverb. My goodness. Well, it's certainly not happily. It's petulantly. No.
What does that mean?
But we're glad you have such a nice vocabulary.
Well, there you go. That's good too. Okay, Don. Goodness gracious. Let me, Don, why don't you, what can I have you do? Let's see. Don, I would like you to eat a bowl of cereal in the manner of the
Eat a
adverb.
bowl of cereal.
What?
Why don't you have you eat a bowl of cereal?
Do it, Don. Just do it.
Grudgingly. Grudgingly, not grudgingly.
No.
Am I getting warm? All right.
You can be here for an hour.
Okay. All right. I'm going to have you all do an action together, and I'll see if I can figure this one out. My goodness here. I would like you all to go bowling in the manner of the adverb. Aggressively. Aggressively. Ah.
Took you long enough.
Well,
It's just so tempting to look angry, but it's not about being angry. It's about being aggressive.
aggressive. Yes, aggression. Well, a lot of people mistake that for the other. Wow, that is
the master.
Yeah, that is very cool. That is very cool. All right. Well, we're gonna move on now to what we worked on a little bit. Actually, yeah, we're gonna do a gibberish game and maybe two. I just decided. I'm throwing things at you. But right now, the first one we're gonna do is with Don. And so what I'd like you guys to do is give Don the stage. And Don, what this is called gibberish demonstration. And Don is going to demonstrate a product and keeping the object in space. Sell us, like in an infomercial, a product in gibberish, and we are going to try to see if we understand what the product is and what he's talking about. So here we go.
Oh, yeah. Tuko, what can I never send but did you go to Fade? But the Fogo did it, but the go did it, I get the quarter, they for two but the Uber chat. Uber chat, but the so but it, two but it with the what but it home, but then I did the both the wood, but it never chat. So, Papa the child, Papa, Patrio, come at the time.
Okay. Let's all come back, audience there. Before what is Don selling?
I don't know, but I want one.
You get two for the next.
You get two for the next. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, it definitely had buttons. It was electric. And it looked like it was some kind of container that did something overnight. Overnight, I think you did. Is that correct?
Blender? A super blender.
You know, over some period of time, I was thinking an egg cooker of some kind, but then he was shaking it up and I was thinking that would break the eggs. But
Yeah.
I've seen egg cookers that work like that.
Okay, so we would say that that was a partially on focus, on target. So Don, what were you selling?
It was a portable speaker.
A speaker. Ah, got it. Okay. Well, so this is the idea. In other words, if we can see it and have you talk about it. So gibberish is a subtext game where we need to understand what you're saying and doing. There's a lot of fun gibberish games like that. I'm thinking, since we might have a little time to do another gibberish game, just to sort of give two other people a shot. This is a warm-up to that game called Gibberish English. Now, for Gibberish English, I'm going to take us to the stage. An audience, by the way, this is giving you a chance to see what VidProv is capable of doing that is not Zoom. And this is one of the great features. You may want to switch from Zoom to VidProv after you see this. So we're going to go to, this is a sidewalk cafe, but I'm going to change the video background to just a plain background. And we're just going to do a plain color, wheat field. There we go. Now, we are all off on the wings and we can all come on stage like this and actually move around on stage. So I'm going to ask two players to come on stage who are not going to be working in the It Feels Like game. That's Linda and, oh, Rima's good. Okay, Rima and Linda. Now, I would like you, Rima and Linda, to kind of center yourself below me there. There we go.
Down, so we're bigger.
So you're a little bigger, a little down. There we go. Good. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to have a conversation in English. And when I feel that you're really involved in your conversation, wait a minute.
Upside down.
You want to reverse. Oh,
There we go.
There it is.
You're going to start in English, and then I'm going to ask you to, I will say gibberish, and you will continue your conversation in gibberish, and we'll switch back and forth from gibberish to English by my coaching.
Don's icon is hiding your sign, so if he could remove himself, that would be great.
Okay, wait a minute. I don't see that, and neither does the audience. But
Either, I'm off.
wait, I'm going to do a quick refresh.
I think it's one of those your mileage may vary things.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is
cool.
that better?
That'll help.
Is that better?
Yes,
Yeah,
from you. Yes.
Okay.
Should I turn off something?
No. That's just one of the little glitches. That's just Rima's screen. I see it perfectly, and so does the audience.
I certainly don't.
Okay, that's fine. So here we go. So let's get audience. Trisha, are you there? Or am I all alone in this room now? Oh, no, you're there. Audience, would you chat to me and give me a suggestion for a topic of conversation in the Q&A? Anybody? Nobody.
They couldn't find the link.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Oh, where did they go to college? You're going to talk about your college years.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you're going to talk about your
We start
college
now?
years. You're going to start now. In English,
I'm
please.
so excited to learn about your education, Rima. That's something we haven't talked about before.
No, it's strange how we've been together, we've lunched, we've gone shopping together, and we've never talked about that.
I know, I think it's always fun. We're learning all kinds of new things. So just where did you go to school?
I went to Temple University in Philadelphia.
English.
Yeah, and I didn't have money to go anywhere else after that, so I went there, and I got a good
in Washington, D.C., and that's where I got my master's in business economics and public policy. But let's see, I started out actually in Phoenix. I was raised in Phoenix. And then I went in Branson University and University of Arizona, where I got a degree in education.
That's a very impressive background. Wow, I thought we were just shopping buddies. And so I really never knew that part of you because we've never talked about it.
I didn't know that. So, but I think that's going in the world, we learn a lot, and at our age, that's one of the things. I mean, we learn so many things in so many places, adding on to our education, but you're doing something completely unique that seems different from your
I went to medical school, and then
English.
English. Oh, yes, I was an English major in Temple. Yes, that's true. You reminded me. And then I went to medical school and so it became irrelevant after a time, and I switched to political activism, which is really quite it's really fun. So, and you?
Well, when I was doing marketing for national accounting firms, I got a certification in manufacturing technology because it went with what I was started by. I mean, science. And so that was an education too. But I got very far from that. I wound up writing about rock and roll music. I learned all about that for 20 years. And so we have been
Okay, that's good. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to go back to the grid here, everybody. And that's another gibberish game, which gives you the idea that gibberish is a game of communication. It's a lot of fun, but you got to pay attention to the coaching. All right, we're going to now do a game that is not a Viola Spolin game, but I feel that it falls within the discipline of Viola's work. This game was actually showed to me by Jonathan Bryden, a man named Jonathan Bryden, who is the inventor or the software designer of this video platform called Improv, which is now available as a subscription. You can use it instead of Zoom. It's a wonderful way to, and we'll show you a couple of other features as we go along. But this is a game that he showed me when I taught in Christchurch, New Zealand a few years ago. It's called It Feels Like. And the way It Feels Like works is we're going to have two players start with some It Feels Like statements that are going to have an effect on each other. And they will keep doing it, saying it feels like whatever it feels like to them until a relationship begins to form and a situation starts to emerge. And when that happens, they can leave the it feels like portion and dialogue, and also incorporate showing where they might be, and a scene will just organically develop. And we're going to do it with two different teams. So team number one is Bob and Rima. So everybody else can kind of go off stage. And Bob and Rima are just going to start with It Feels Like. You'll see how it goes. And I suggest after you see it, you might add this to your repertoire. It's quite a effective game.
It feels like we're going to have a great day.
It feels like everything's perfect.
It feels like good things are coming in the future.
Oh, it feels like good things have already started right now.
It feels like our relationship is really growing.
It feels like we're getting closer all the time.
It feels like we're leaning in a little close.
Oh, it feels like that's the right thing to do.
It feels like I'm getting nervous.
It feels like that's disappointing.
It feels like it's okay. I'm just excited. Maybe nervous was not the right word.
It feels like I love that better. Yeah.
It feels like we should go out and have some fun.
Oh, it feels like that is a great answer. Yeah.
You start. Start to move away from it feels like and show us where you are and who you are.
I mean, we're in this resort town that we came to together because the weather had suddenly become beautiful and sky's great. The mountains are exquisite. We've got ski gear, and I mean, what do you want to do?
Honestly,
Yeah.
just love to sit by the pool and have one of those little tropical drinks. Maybe they have umbrellas. Maybe that guy with the spritzer will come over and spritz on them.
William made to get to bring the ski gear instead of the bathing suits. I get confused.
I thought that it was you were talking about. I was talking about the indoor pool.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. That's even better.
Right.
Yeah. So this is the first time we've come away like this together.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of nice.
It was a big step in our relationship. I felt like the minute you said yes, and I said Poconos, and you said yes.
And I said, and?
You said separate rooms, and I said, I understand. You're relatively new in the relationship, so cool. That's cool. Let's see how that goes.
But they do have a connecting door.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Yeah.
Now comes the nervous part again, but that's another discussion. So I'd like to see what you really, really, really care about. Too deep? Too soon?
I would like to get to the point where I really, really care about you.
Okay. I would like that too. Not an easy place to get to. I mean, this is we've been dating for a month or two.
Is it that long? Yeah, we're right. It's a month. And we've seen each other twice in that month.
And here we are at a pretty nice resort.
Yeah, it is.
You mind if I hold your hand?
And
I
Black
love
eye.
them.
lovely. Okay, so kind of a tentative first date or first encounter. All right, well, that was a good, it feels like. Let's have Jaclyn and Jim come on stage.
I'm not sure Jim's on right now. He might have been off.
Jim, are you with us? I don't see Jim. All right, so who would like to take Jim's place in this exercise?
You want me to?
Sure, who somebody?
Yeah,
Go
okay.
down.
Hold on.
Ah, Jaclyn and Don. Okay, so this is just start with another, it feels like. Let's have Jaclyn start off with an it feels like.
It feels so nerve-wracking being here with you right now.
It feels like this might not have been the right time.
Yeah, it feels kind of awkward, but, I do need to talk to you about things.
It feels like this is not exactly the right time.
Yeah, it does feel awkward.
It feels like you're going to tell me what it is you want to tell me.
Yeah, it feels like I kind of need to.
Okay, it feels like if I have to, I'm willing to do whatever because I really do love you.
Yeah, it feels like this is the right time to tell you. Yeah. Dear, dear, I know you love me, but you know, before we were together, I wanted to let you know beforehand, and it was a pet dog that it's just such a beautiful thing. Well, now we have puppy grandkids. And I just found out about it.
And you want me to accept this?
Yeah, I want you to accept it because they're mine. I just didn't know how to bring it up to you.
We've never had any secrets between us before, and I don't distrust you. I don't distrust ever. Why didn't
I don't know. I just felt so uncomfortable telling you.
Well, that's the worst thing. I mean, you can tell me anything, Joni.
I know, Dad, and I love you so much, but I felt ashamed. And after a certain point, you know, at first it was like, what would you think of me giving away a dog at first? And then as I got to know you better, then it seemed like, well, what would you think of me not having told you sooner? And then it just becomes this big thing.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, the only thing I care about is the fact that you didn't tell me before now. That's what's kind of, you know, you don't trust me. You don't trust me. You don't trust me.
No, I trust you. I trust you. I just.
Well, you're not showing that you're trusting me. You're not showing it.
But I do love you, and I trust you. And I still want you, and I want you in my life. Just
With
the grand puppies.
with.
Yeah, with them. Can you accept it, please? I know I'm not perfect.
For 1 year, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, we'll deal with the 1 year.
1 year.
1 year, okay.
Starting today or yesterday?
How about 1 year from now?
1 year from now.
And like-
How do you get off stage?
Okay. Well, for some reason, Jim kind of got kicked out of the room, and I'm not exactly sure why. And that sometimes happens. Just to let everybody know that no technology is perfect. And but now we're gonna end.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna end now with a thing called the Last Letter Expert. And I think we had Peg and Linda for the Last Letter Experts. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask the audience here in the Zoom room, because I'm in the questions and answers, for a topic, because an expert, and who is the expert? Is it Peg? Peg is the expert. And Peg is a wonderful expert, and she is an expert on almost every subject under the sun, which makes it very interesting. So we're going to ask you for a suggestion for her to give a lecture on a topic of your choosing. So can we get the topic? Astrophysics. Astrophysics. Oh, and there's another one, basket weaving. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll start with astrophysics, and then we'll go to basket weaving. So we're going to do two topics, astrophysics and basket weaving. Now, Peg is such an expert in astrophysics she's so knowledgeable that her mind is so crammed with knowledge that literally what happens is every fourth or fifth word, she blanks on gropes for the proper word. She just can't find it, which is why she travels with Linda. Linda is her faithful assistant and will simply fill in that one word that she's missing for her to continue her lecture. Unfortunately, Peg has one other quirk, and that is that she must take the last letter of the word that Linda supplies and make that the first letter of the next word she speaks. Other than that, perfectly natural, normal. So we're going to do a lecture on astrophysics, but we're also going to do it in a new feature in VidProv called the cutout. So I'm going to go off stage and just leave you two on stage. Here we go. And I'm going to select a cutout. And the cutout is going to be, let's see. Here we go. So this is Peg, and no, wait a minute. For some reason, you're frozen. Can you talk? No, they're frozen. Let me refresh you. Ah, there we go. There we go. So now, please position your faces with your camera so that you fill the face.
I can't move. I'm frozen.
You're frozen?
I'm frozen.
Please do a refresh on your own browser.
Oh.
They'll come back in just a second, hopefully, or they'll go where Jim went. There they are. Can you pop yourselves on screen, on stage?
No.
There you are.
Oh, no, that's Peg. Where's me? Go on stage.
There you are. Okay, so fill up the screen. Fill up the screen with your face. A little closer there. There you go, Peg. Peg, you're the expert on astrophysics, and this is the Astrophysics Sisters.
Yes, yes. Welcome, 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 welcome. It's so nice to have all of you people here that are interested in the field, definitely, the field of the cosmos. Today we're going to talk about astrophysics, which means that
just the one word, Linda.
Landscape. Skyscape.
every piece of the skyscraper is important to the study of astrophysics. The planets, the stars, the moon, the sun, the astronauts, the comets, the
circles.
Certainly. See, we have to study all of these elements together. And then quarks and
Orbits.
same as other items that we study when we are studying the universe. And all of you must watch. However, that we teach all that we can about the different bodies that populate the sky. Now, ideally, we should want to travel to
Planets.
See other people from other planets and interface with all of the other members of the universe. Certainly we
Can.
never see the whole universe because it is just entirely too large. But we can explore
Concluding,
generously that we will make touch with aliens that populate our astros.
Okay, good. All right, so now,
picture.
now we are going to reverse, and we are going to have Linda is an expert on basket weaving.
You get an easier deal.
And I'm going to change the cutout for you here. So let me give you a new background. So Linda, you are an expert in basket weaving.
I'm sorry, expert in what?
Basket weaving.
Basket weaving. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pleased that you came out to learn more about the art and the science of
baskets.
Some people.
Not, oh yeah, okay. Baskets. Keep going.
Some people are less aware than all of you are, obviously, because you're here, about techniques in
weaving,
gathering reeds to make baskets. First, you must know where the
reeds,
the street and the streams and rivers are where reeds grow. There you will find
supplies.
Supply, oh no, yeah, supply, because that's what you'll need to weave together to make your
baskets.
Your stylish
basket.
Containers.
Last letter.
Oh, stylish containers. Such as you had in mind when you first came to this lecture. You may want to look into the library because it has a number of
references.
Stories about the history and the techniques of
examples.
Scientific approaches to creating containers of woven
basketry.
Yeah, yards and yards of reeds. Some wonderful
stories.
Yippee is how I feel about all of the books in the library about
basket weaving.
Good things to do with your time.
Okay, there we go.
I learned everything I know.
That was so many S's, so many S's.
Oh. Say something, you have to go to plural, and the S's are hard.
All right, so can I have everybody come on stage to say thank you for this is the this is the bow of our show. And what we'd like to do is join everybody who's watching the show in the Zoom room for Q&A, so they can talk to you about the experience with Viola Spolin's work. I was very surprised to know that many of these students is their first experience being introduced to Viola's work, and I hope I did a nice job in giving them a basic introduction. So we will all meet you in just a second as we close out of VidProv and say goodbye to VidProv and hello to Zoom. I'm already in the room, so you guys have to click that link and join.
Do we use the last link that you sent us?
Yes, that's the registration link, but that's the link that gets you in the room.
Okay,
All right, see you there.
see you there.
Okay.
Okay, so here I am now. I can turn my own camera on. And I can, do we have a host in the room?
Yes, I'm here. Did you, so they're entering as attendees?
Yeah, they're entering as attendees, I guess, because it's a last minute thing.
Cool.
So we can get questions, or if the group is small enough, we can see everybody in the room. Up to you.
Oh, we're gonna do that, yeah.
Sure, I'd love to see who showed up.
Sure, we can do, we're promoting everyone to panelist. So if you'd like to be part of the discussion and talk with
Yeah,
Jared.
or just ask us some questions.
A room above my garage that's somewhat
All right.
so
Oh,
like
Oh, there's Richard with his, hello, Richard, nice to see you.
I haven't actually
I'm
set
just
this up
gonna
until just like
send
last week. I spent the last 6 months
the
in a
new
3x3
link.
square that was not quite
1 second. I'm just gonna send the new link to the folks. Make sure they get it. They have the right one.
I've met so many people that
I can't believe I made it.
I think a lot of people
Oh, great.
feel that, honestly, raise your hand if you feel this. There are people that we've been able to connect
Oh, I hear another Zoom session going on or something.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine. Ah, hey, now I can see you, Bob, in,
Oh, sorry. Hit the wrong button.
yeah, there you are.
Back.
Back to Zoom. Well, I hope that that was fairly glitch-free. That
Amazing. How did that happen?
Hey, you made it, Don.
Sorta. All I had to do was click my heels 3 times and say, I want to go home.
Ah, and that's Lisa. I see Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi. Hello, all you improv mavens from Richard.
Hey, sorry.
Oh, I can put the chat up too.
Hi,
That's
Jackie.
good.
Hi. Hi, Richard. So you guys found it okay, and I think Mark found it okay.
Yeah, great.
It's
Okay.
good Richard found it because I couldn't figure out how to do it. Eventually I got in though, so I got to see
Oh,
part of it.
wonderful. Oh, you got to see part of it. Okay, great.
I know Mark only got to see part of it. I don't know where he's at right now.
Where did Ken go?
Yeah.
You're
Where
right.
did he go? Did he have to bomb out to another show or something?
No.
Interesting.
The first links you had sent and that were sent to us for panelists kept saying waiting for someone.
Yeah,
I
waiting for the host
just
to
now
start.
got another link.
That was a different room.
Yeah, but even the first one you sent us wasn't working.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, this was sort of a last minute thing. Mickey kind of called me in a kind of a panic saying we got to do another room. So we just did the best we could.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, so it might take them a little bit because I got to wait for the new.
Yeah, there are
email.
3
It was
different.
send another email
I
out.
had to register again is what I had to do.
Well, there were 3 links, and the first 2 didn't work, and the latest one did.
Yeah, that was the same. It wasn't until I got the one that said office that worked.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here we all are.
I didn't use that one.
When did you come in and what part did you see? Lisa?
I'm trying to remember where I came in. That was so 5 minutes ago. The feelings one. The look
it
who
feels like.
I
it
feel
feels
like whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, those were very interesting. I love the way that works.
Richard. Beginning of
There he
feels
is.
like.
Beginning of it feels like Gary. I think the improv company here, Myrtle Beach, uses much of Viola stuff because that's what I'm used to. I'm very impressed with how great you guys work together, given you haven't worked together in person. Well, thank you.
Very
Yeah,
nice. Thank you, Richard.
I've been trying
Thanks,
to figure
Richard.
out. I've been
Thanks,
trying to
Richard.
figure out which games of Viola's actually work in a virtual setting because most of her work
Yes, Jim.
tries to connect people in real-time space.
Bob?
So somebody asked me in another session, what would Viola think about this virtual space? And I think she would have viewed it as a very interesting problem to solve. And I bet she would have come up with games that, but if she's not here, so I'm doing the best I can. And I have found quite a few games that do work. Oh, one game that we didn't play was the emotional faces.
Yeah, that one's a fun one too.
Oh, yeah.
Can you do it?
Yeah,
Just do
you
it
want
now.
to try? You
Go
want to
for
see
it.
what an emotional face looks like?
Sure.
Okay, let's see. Let's have Jaclyn and Peg.
Okay.
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 So should we knock out here?
Yeah. If you stop your videos, I guess their pictures get bigger. Yes. Great, Jaclyn and Peg. So I'll get suggestions, and you can either chat them to me in the chat box or just call them out if your audio is still on. For Jaclyn, first of all, for Jaclyn, let's get a relationship, a professional type relationship for Jaclyn and Peg.
Swimmer and coach.
A what? A swimmer and ex-coach. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, a swimmer and an ex-coach. Okay, so let's start with Jaclyn. Jaclyn, we need an emotion for Jaclyn's eyebrows.
Tense.
Horror.
Horrified eyebrows. And now we need a different emotion for her nose, a contrasting or a completely different emotion for her nose and upper lip area.
Joyful.
Joyful upper lip. Horror eyes, joyful upper lip, and a third emotion for her lower lip and chin. A third emotion. I'll give you one. Confused. That's who you are, Jaclyn. And now we need 3 different emotions for Peg, starting with her eyes.
Angry.
Angry eyes. And another emotion for her lower lip. How about sexy? Sexy lower lip. Let's see it. And a third emotion for her nose. Disgusted.
Disgusted.
Sexy lower lip, disgusted nose, and angry eyes. And it's a swimmer and a coach. And I'm going to go off.
Hey,
Disappointed in that last performance.
hey. I said I would do it right. I'm gonna make it big.
But you didn't even complete the event.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be all over the news now because everyone's going to write about it. It's going to make
Horrified
me
eyes,
famous.
horrified eyes.
You're never going to make the paper, kid. You got to complete the event if you're going to be anyone.
It's going to say famous kid didn't even complete the event. It's going to be splashed all over the airlines.
Don't give yourself that kind of confidence. You got to do the work to get the reward. You know what I'm saying? Do the work. You're lazy.
I'm not lazy. I am so lazy. It's just unbelievable. But it's going to get me somewhere. It's going to
Not
get
very
me
fast,
where I
Nicole.
need to be. It's going to get me everywhere I need to be.
All right, 20 laps. I want to see you do 20 laps. That's for talking back.
Yeah, well, I know there's a reason I didn't want you as a coach any longer.
You took me as a coach because I was tough, and that's what you wanted and needed. And that's what your parents wanted, too.
Whatever they want. There's a reason I don't finish things.
Well, maybe we need to do some counseling with you. You just don't want it enough.
Okay, very good, very good. So that's that really is a workout. That is a workout on your face. Ugh. I know. But anyway, so yeah, that was another fun game but anyway, I thought we had a lot of fun with that. All of it worked pretty well, and it was fun to work with you. Do you guys have any questions about what we did or our process or anything? Or we could just simply just say thank you all.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you. Really, really.
wait, how long did y'all work together virtually prior to tonight?
We did a total of 6 hours, right? 2 hours for each.
Yeah, only
3
6
days of the
hours.
festival.
2 hours for each of 3 days. That was
Yep,
it.
2 hours. And we actually did a lot of work that exercises that were not part of of the show, obviously, but they were all sort of foundational games about Viola's theories and work. It's a big, as her granddaughter says, Viola's work is vast. A lot of it has to deal with space and the reality of seeing space objects rather than pretending. A lot of it is just being spontaneous and going to areas that you don't know yourself what's going to happen. That's the best type of improv, rather than the cleverness where the brain is prepared. We try to integrate the physical and the mental so that another thing happens that Viola would call the intuition. She said the purpose of the games is to quiet the thinking mind and knock on the door of the intuition. So, and intuition is where it's a synthesis of everything, and it comes out spontaneously as a surprise to the actor as well as the audience. So that's the ideal. Obviously, you can't get there all the time, but that's what we're shooting for. And that's why she always has a coach on stage, where a lot of improvisers have directors, and they give you notes after the show. But if I see an actor struggling with something in the moment, and I can say something just like a coach on a basketball team, you're open on the left. That doesn't stop them from playing. Mm-hmm. But if you just said, like in the third quarter, you were open on the left, after the game is over, what good is it?
Too late.
So it gives you the players an opportunity to do their best while they're playing, and it's a hallmark of Viola's work called side coaching.
Yeah, I think that's becoming more popular in other forms too. It's helpful.
I hope so. It's a lot more helpful than notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Notes, that was the show that you just did. You're never going to repeat that show.
Right.
So you might remember something,
Yeah.
but why not in the moment? So that means the coach is actually playing every game along with you,
Right.
which is why I love coaching. I get to play and try to diagnose what's going on and hopefully not give you a direction, but give you a prompt that will put you back on the focus.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Viola's training and theory. Also, for you guys who worked with me, did I ever once say good or bad or success or fail?
No.
Those are words that are actually put you more in your head, and so I avoid those words at all, because it allows you then to feel the freedom to make all of your own choices without feeling that you're judged by either me or yourself. And I think I talked about that in the very first session, the approval-disapproval syndrome.
Comment is interesting, yes.
Yeah.
That's true, and I think the best improv instructors, whether Spolin or not, say that. There is no wrong.
Well, not only is there no wrong, there should be no judgment, but just strong focus and effort.
Right.
Yeah.
And what a coach does is tries to get you to stop that way of thinking by putting your attention either on your physical body or on the other player. Any other questions or comments from anybody, players, etc.? Like I tried to not waste time doing long-winded lectures. That's what I saved this for. Viola used to always say, "You don't lecture to your students." She said, "A penny lecture comforts the teacher, not the student."
Sounds like quite a gal.
She was.
She was quite amazing.
She was an amazing woman.
Did anyone else know her? Or?
No, well, she died in 1995.
Yes, that's a long
the age
time
of
ago.
88, and I knew her. I met her in 1976. So I knew her for about 20 years.
Now, did her daughter follow into that too, or?
Her daughter, she had two sons.
Okay.
And her son, Paul Sills, was the one who started the Second City in Chicago.
Okay.
So Paul Sills was the one who took her work with children and brought it to a university, the University of Chicago, and trained the very first improv troupe, or created the very first improv troupe. And they were struggling, trying to figure out how to do this improv, because he had just come from Germany in the mid 50s, and he had seen Bertolt Brecht. You familiar with Bertolt Brecht?
Yeah.
And Bertolt Brecht used to have his actors step out of character and go down to the front of the audience and talk to the audience about, "Do you see what my character is doing?" And so he said, "I want to do that kind of a theater," but he couldn't get it to work, until he brought his mom from L.A., because she was married and living in L.A., out to Chicago in the like 55, 56, and she opened up a training center where the Second City actors, the very first group of actors, would pay $50 a week to study 8 hours a day with her during the day and then perform in the cabaret at night. And Alan Arkin got his start there. Mike Nichols, Elaine May, Ed Asner, Barbara Harris, a lot of wonderful people got a chance to study with Viola Spolin in those early days. Great training for $50 a week.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Which was a lot of money in the 50s.
Yeah, a lot more than now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Chicago during, probably those years. And I only got to see Second City a couple of times because I was pretty young at the time before I went to college.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. But I probably saw some of the early work because it was in the...
There were some amazing players, and I got to see them as seasoned actors in the 80s when Paul Sills brought them out from to Hollywood to start his company, Sills and Company, and then Viola and I would go see all of the shows. And to me, I saw the best, greatest, most intellectual and accomplished improvisers trained for, you know, a decade by Paul Sills and Viola Spolin perform every week. And it was, I was in awe as a 27-year-old kid. And it changed my whole life.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, the work is quite wonderful. Let's see.
Is Paul still doing things, or is he around?
No, Paul died in 2008.
Oh, that's too bad.
But his daughter, Aretha, and his wife, Carol, who I guess has got to be in her 90s now, are living on the farm in Wisconsin where they have the Sills Spolin Theater Game Center. And Paul built a barn theater out there in Door County and taught for many years summer intensives, a week-long summer intensives. And I guess Aretha is going to continue that starting next year.
Now, what town in Wisconsin is that?
It's called Door County. It's on Lake Michigan.
Okay.
It's a beautiful, beautiful resort town.
Nice.
And it's really beautiful in the summer, although it's very muggy. But I was there a couple of years. Lost Mike. Thank you. Signing off. Thank you, Bob.
Bye, Bob.
So
Bye,
good to
Bob.
work with you.
Yeah, theoretically, I'm supposed to be co-hosting the after party. So
Oh, well, great. You know what? Let's all just go to the after party then.
What's the
There
link
you
on
go.
that? What's the link, Don?
Oh, crap.
Can you reply with a link for all of us to that previous email?
I have a link for you. I'll post it right here.
Where,
I'll
here?
post it in the chat, okay?
Okay, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh, great,
I have it on Facebook, but I don't know how to get it to your.
All
right, I just posted it in
Okay,
the chat.
we just click on it
Oh, there
here.
it is.
It's
Very
right in
nice.
the
Thank
chat
you.
box.
Oh, just
Thanks.
click on it?
Okay.
You're there.
I'll
Great
see
job.
you over
everybody.
there.
Great working with you all. See you
Okay.
later.
See
Yeah,
ya.
my pleasure. All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. How do you get out of here?